All right, good morning. We've gone through our favorite pitching options for the slate. Let's head over and talk about some hitters that can do some damage today. This looks like a pretty solid slate to target some junk pitchers. We've definitely got a few gas cans on the mound tonight. Even though none of them are going to make this list specifically, I do think that Mike Pelfrey is not a good pitcher. I might reconsider my stance after this, after tonight. I mean, first 5 games of the season, he couldn't get over the 11 fantasy point hump. Now in 3 games in a row, he's returned decent results. 5 innings pitched in all of them, 375 strikeouts, 2 combined runs. I just don't think that's going to be the case tonight, so he's someone we can pick on. I don't know if they're capable of it, but perhaps the St. Louis Cardinals would like to score some runs in a favorable ballpark against another bad pitcher, but they seem to have a proclivity for just wanting to do nothing in good opportunities. This is now back-to-back series that have been disappointing in Cincinnati. The Braves series, I thought, could have had more potential, but just really didn't. I don't hate guys targeting guys like Alberto Maeda, Chad Kuhl, Jose Urena, Giovanni Gallardo. Those are a bunch of guys we could really have some ownership percentages against. I want to isolate, and I hate when this happens because, like, I'm just looking at I have this phobia, and I'm pretty sure I've told everybody this before, but, like, home runs are so unpredictable, and it's just so hard to believe that a hitter is going to do them on back-to-back days, and all 3 of my infield plays today are guys that right after the article was posted last night went deep, so that has me a little bit irritated and shook. But nonetheless, I think we could still find some good plays. I'm actually going to go with all of my infield plays tonight as being my top plays. Let's start things out with Kyle Seager, 7,200 on Fantasy Draft, 3,300 on FanDuel, 3,600 on DraftKings. Had himself a big night last night. Haven't really seen that out of him very much this year. It's been kind of a disappointing season thus far for Seager. I'm believing that he's going to be able to get on track here. He's taking on Alberto Maeda, who doesn't really profile well against him. He's allowing a 455 WOBA, 38% hard contact to lefties. The fly ball rate isn't high. So, I mean, I'm not really putting Seager in my lineups because I'm expecting the long ball. I'm more or less just expecting him to chip away with a pretty solid game here. I definitely think he can build off of what we saw last night, so he's someone I want to have in my lineups. Next up, let's go with Brian Dozier. 7,200 Fantasy Draft, 3,400 FanDuel, 3,600 DraftKings, almost a mirror image of Seager's pricing. Not a big believer in Giovanni Gallardo. 406 WOBA, 38% hard contact to righties. Price is down on him, so you're definitely getting a discount. I think he's someone worth looking at in tournaments to be sure. Wrapping things up tonight, I really like Chris Davis, 9K on Fantasy Draft, 4K FanDuel, 4,600 DraftKings. Chad Kuhl, absolute disaster against left-handed hitting. 442 WOBA, 48.8% fly ball rate, 38.8% hard contact. Does not set up well for him, does set up well for Davis. I'm fully expecting him to be able to go deep tonight. I think he's my top bat of the night. So once again, our top 3 tournament plays: Kyle Seager, Brian Dozier, Chris Davis. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Like us on Facebook at Research Fantasy. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win. And join us again tomorrow.